Before we let you go, I want to talk a little domestic politics. You just went through a campaign for governor in the state of New Jersey, the Democratic primary. I'm curious, as we think about the future of the Democratic Party, what you heard out talking to voters, what you heard about the direction of the country, what they want that they're not getting when you look at the national approval rating for Democrats as being so low. What needs to change based on what you heard and in your own estimation for Democrats to win again?
I mean, number one issue I heard about in every diner in Jersey, and you're a Jersey guy, you understand it's all about diners, was about costs. Like, I just can't afford life, right? I can't afford to eat in the diner I'm sitting in. I can't afford clothes for my kids. My energy bills are up.
What is the answer to that? What did you say to them when they said we can't afford the life we're living right now? What did Democrats say?
The big focus has to be on making taxes lower, more affordable. Child care costs you got to deal with. These energy bills are killing people, right? Up 40% in New Jersey in the last year, energy bills.
And why is that?
Because there's not enough supply. There's too much demand. You add AI to it, and the costs will just keep going up. And we haven't kept up. We haven't taken an all of the above approach. So we haven't kept up with enough energy. And as a result, people are looking around. That's how they deal with life every day, right? They rip open their energy bill.
I'm not being difficult here.
Yeah.
I want solutions here, but I'm curious. We're actually, aren't we producing more energy than ever before? Well, aren't we drilling more than ever before?
Nationally, but you have certain states, right, that have there's all consortiums, right? Certain states have access to more supply than others, so certain states are paying more, and so our state is paying. You know, Ohio might and Texas might have more and better, cheaper energy.
Right,
we don't.
So Jersey's
so that's a huge competitive disadvantage for our state. But if you look, they just said you're focused too much. To your question, you're focused too much on issues that are not front and center to us.
Right.
Listen, all those issues are also really important, but if I can't feed my kid, right? If I can't pay my bills, pay my rent, which rents keep going up, if I can't pay my property taxes, I can't afford life.
What did you hear about health care? Because I hear more and more complaints wherever I go about big insurance companies making billions and billions of dollars and denying one claim after another, pushing off doctor's appointments, saying they're not in the network, people sitting there waiting 6-9 months for a doctor's appointment. That's what we used to complain about in Canada. Would say, we don't want what Canada has. We want a privately run health system. But now, for a lot of people, whether it's an HMOs or just really crappy insurance policy, they're going to wait 6 to 9 months.
You know what I heard? They're beaten down on that. Like year after year after year, it's harder to see a doctor, and their bills just keep going up. They feel like they're getting no relief. It's almost like they've thrown. I hear all the time, I've just given up. Half of them don't even have insurance anymore. They say, I just can't pay for it, or I have catastrophic. Only if the worst thing goes wrong, but otherwise I'm paying out of pocket. And then it just adds to all the bills, everything going up. Their food prices going up. Their grocery bills going up. They say they're getting their car insurance. They feel like they're just getting attacked from every side, so they're exhausted. That's what I worry about the most for Democrats right now. We have to remind people that we're the party that actually has common sense, that cares about people, that actually gets the back of the average person. And the other guys, they don't care. But we've lost that narrative. We've got to get that narrative back. And to me, common sense, getting things done. We're the party that cares about regular people. And the average Joe right now, too many of them think that we've lost sight of the most important issues.
Mike,
does the passage of the so-called big, beautiful bill help your argument, which is we're going to give tax breaks to billionaires and corporations and cut rural hospitals and Medicare? I
think if we do a good job selling it. The problem is, with this administration, the world we're living in, the narrative changes so fast that, by the time we're dealing with this one, there's another fire we're putting out. We got to stay focused. We can't be like that 5-year-old kid. My 5-year-old was like chasing every ball on the soccer field. I feel like that's how we're playing right now, and not enough of focus. Remind people that what they've put through is going to hurt you. It hurts kids. It hurts families. It hurts health care, and that we're the party wants to get stuff done.
So what's the Democrats' plan in the House to deal with lack of primary care physicians? Joe just mentioned it's impossible to find a doctor now. Rising electric costs because AI gobbles up everything, and your electric bill is like 50% higher now than it was earlier, and cost of living. The cost of living continues each and every week to go up for a lot of people, especially in the one place that everybody goes to, the grocery store.
Correct. Well, I think the most important thing is we have to show them, hey, those guys over there, they keep making it go up. Like the tariffs, your life is not better under them. Look what's going on. Maybe some people are doing better. You're not doing better. And we're still fighting for you. And we get back to that economic message, we win. I believe that that is the key. We get taken off, and listen, all those other issues are very important. Choice and other issues are very important, but that can't be our central focus, or we won't get back working families. And to me, that's essential for us.
And Willie, polls are showing that Donald Trump and Republicans are underwater right now on a lot of these economic issues. That was sort of his central campaign promise to bring prices down. Americans feel like, for the most part, he hasn't yet, and it's reflected in the numbers.
And the tariffs haven't really been felt yet either, so that will keep going.
And they're going to use the socialism stuff against us.
Right.
But we got to get ready for that, because that's just reality.
Democratic Congressman Josh Gottheimer of New Jersey, representing the Ridgewood, Ho-Ho-Kus, Paramus, Tri-Cities very well.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very
Come
much.
to Jersey.
Congressman.
That's
Come
real.
to Jersey.
Real America.
Still ahead on Morning Joe. We'll take a look at some of the other stories making headlines this morning, including